beautiful soul tribe. Thank you so much for joining this month's March monthly reading. This reading is for all the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. At the very beginning of this monthly reading, I have provided you with two different options for you to choose from. This is going to be a pick a card reading. And because we're finally entering springtime, I'm providing you with two plants, right? Option A is a big tree, right? Really tall, really amazing, really spectacular. And the second choice is a beautiful grape, right? A vine. Now, these two options I made those decisions based on the ancient Chinese I Ching studies. The element wood has two different types, the yang wood and also the yin wood. The yang wood is a big tree and the yin wood is more like a vine. And so I was thinking what could be more perfect than these two choices for a beautiful start of the spring. Take your time, choose a pile that you're resonating with, and you can go to your pile based on the timestamp I'm providing you in the video description. Now, with all that being said, let's get started with our pile number one. Hello, pile number one. You have chosen the tree picture. If you're resonating with this picture, this is reading for you. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, right? Now, first of all, we're going to pull one card from the major arcana. Let's see what sets the tone for the month of March for you. Ooh, too many. All right, just one card. Thank you, universe. For our option A, earth signs. The world, beautiful. All right, continue. We're going to pull a few other cards, right, from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. We're going to look at your energy, your communication, your career work, and also your love and relationship. Thank you so much, universe, right? Let's pull some energy for our earth signs pile. Number one, Persephone. Communication, Orpheus. For your work and career, we've got Neptune. And for your love and relationship, we have got Athena. Okay, very interesting energy. First of all the earth signs, listen to me, pile number one. Persephone sitting together with the world card has a lot to do with two important things you need to know in this month. First of all, there is a sense of completion that you will need to achieve this month. This could be about you having the need to wrapping up an old chapter. Now, this old chapter is not really necessarily about you failed at doing something. That's why you need to move on. But what I'm feeling about this energy is that for a lot of you guys, it's also about just leaving your comfort zone, right? So of course, for some of you guys, this could be about a situation that is, ending very, dramatically, and you need to let go and move forward. But more importantly, I think it's a little bit like maybe you have done enough, you have achieved enough, you have tried enough, and you have been in that familiar environment enough. And maybe this is time for you to really wrapping things up and be like, okay, what's the next thing, the next new adventure, this new horizon that I need to explore. Persephone energy sitting in the first house could be saying that maybe during this period of time, you were kind of like over the on the edge, if you know what I mean, yeah? To be like, that, okay, I should do this, but am I ready to do this, right? I'm almost there, but I'm almost making the right decision, but it just take a little bit more time. The world card tells you that you have everything that you need, right, to move on to the next chapter. Sometimes Persephone and the world card sitting together also has a lot to do with maybe you're also waiting for the right type of support coming to you. Sometimes, we'll feel more comfortable with the right people, supporting us, the right environment, right, the so-called encouragement, or sometimes just maybe someone giving us a little bit of push, moving forward. And then we finally can make that first step. So I think that for group number one, right, if you feel like you are, seeking that kind of support, you're right about that. Because I do think that it is important when you are making that bold step forward, you have the people cheering you up. You have the people believing in you, right, giving you the sense of faith. And in your communication, you've got Orpheus again. Orpheus paired up with, Persephone energy has a lot to do with our uncertainty, right? Or maybe we're feeling just a little bit, can I do this, right? And now one of the things I do really feel about this Orpheus energy is that it's important for you to really be open to communicate your talent and your, what you believe that is amazing about you. And sometimes, like what I said, right, there's right community, the right people, right, the right, support that you need. Once you communicate those things in a confident way, they will come to you anyway. And so one of the things about power number one is I really want you guys to build your confidence, right, to build your self-assurance. With work, we have got Neptune. Neptune, in a way, is talking about things a little bit wishy-washy and back and forth. So, with a combination, I would say maybe for some of you guys, when we say we are still in our comfort zone and we want to move forward, this Neptune energy can be talking about maybe it's a work environment. Maybe it's about looking for a new career path. Maybe this is about you yeah, leaving your comfort zone, right? Maybe in a job or maybe a career path that you have been in for a long time and you're just really, waiting to move forward, but takes a little bit time. We're going to pull a little bit more cards to see the details about this Neptune energy, okay? But I do feel like this month is more like a preparation instead of you actually doing it. However, because you are Persephone energy, I do think that this springtime could be quite important for you. March, not just this month, and also April. Okay, these 2 months is a little bit like, okay, then you're starting to get ready, you're starting to gain a little bit more momentum, and perhaps, hopefully, during the summertime, a lot of things will gain momentum for you. Now, in your personal relationship, you have got Athena. Athena, this energy has a lot to do with our boundary setting and our territorial sense. So for a lot of you guys, this could be about maybe you are single, right? And you are kind of like guarding your territory and feeling that, okay, if I'm ready to go on dates and start a new relationship, I really want that high quality, high caliber type of person. Otherwise, I'd rather not have it. Now, if you are already in a relationship, the world card is sitting together with Athena really tells you that you have to really be also very firm about what is your boundary, right? What is important for you in your current relationship. Athena is justice. So this has a lot to do with the fairness in a relationship, how much you give and how much you receive between you and your partner, and the so-called dynamics between you two. Um, Also, for some of you guys, this is not for everyone, but for some of you guys, maybe you're going through a breakup, right? Or you're separating from someone, or you're ready to move on to the next chapter. And that has a lot to do with the world card on top, because the world card is about moving forward, right? Ending an old chapter and moving into the new one. And as actually, Athena, this energy has a lot to do with justice, law, right? Legal things. So for some of you guys, if you're going through a legal maybe case with your partner, right, divorce, things like that, things could be, this month is very much about focusing on those documents, document, contract, legal terms, right, negotiation, dealing with lawyers and things like that. But of course, this is a general reading, it's not for everyone. If you say, okay, I'm not really dealing with any divorce or legal things with my partner, with my love, and then Athena could just be talking about focusing on the fairness, right, within your relationship. Also, for some of you guys, because you got Athena, like kind of like a mirroring, Neptune, on the other side. And so for some of you guys, even with your work, you might be dealing some kind of contractual things. This could be about contract agreement, signing documents, because they're also competitors, right? So whatever thing that you're negotiating with, right, in terms of this kind of, uh, partnership, relationship, things like that, I do think that is going to take a little bit time. But one of the important things that I want to tell you is coming back to this world and Persephone energy, just know that you need confidence and you need to know where to draw boundaries and what is a yes or what is a no, right? And anything that you realize that is no longer serving you, you need to be very firm, right? To communicate rather than sometimes, because the Orpheus card sitting in the middle can be a little bit timid or can be a little bit overly hesitant. Okay. Now, when we say, be very firm, we're not saying that we need to be rude, right? Being rude is a different thing, but being firm is it's completely different meaning, right? You can be very polite, you can be very diplomatic, but you can also be very firm, if you know what I mean. Now, let's pull a little bit more cards from Tarot, okay? Just to get a little bit extra information. Okay. Thank you, universe. All right. 3 cards for our pile number 1. Earth signs. First card, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Now, Ace of Cups with Orpheus is beautiful energy. This energy sitting together could also be talking about maybe this month. There's going to be some kind of new emotional refreshment coming to you as well. And when that comes to you, it's very, very important that you express it and you open yourself towards it. For example, Orpheus could be about creativity, music, art, any type of artistic expression. And Ace of Cups is falling in love, all right? Opening yourself up towards new attraction, new beautiful things, right? So when it comes to communication and your interaction with other people, Orpheus does tell you to be very open-minded and open your heart towards help, towards love. And also it's important for you to express your love if you really want to connect with certain helpful people, right? Again, the World card also has a lot to do with the community, right? The people around you. Earlier in the very beginning of the session, I mentioned Persephone, this kind of paired up with the world, has a lot to do with needing the right people next to you to support you, right? Give you the right push from behind. And this Ace of Cups needs you to be very open towards that and also to be very, welcoming, towards that kind of energy. With work, and we got Knight of Pentacles. Look, Knight of Pentacles with Neptune sitting together has a lot to do with things are going slowly moving, but you need to just follow the steps, right? Try not to self-doubt, try not to feel like, oh, things are not going well. Because Neptune is not necessarily bad. It just tells you that sometimes there are certain things that are not being revealed to you yet. There are a lot of things being cooked, right, at the backdrop, but maybe not everything is able to be seen. Let's put it this way. And Knight of Pentacles has a lot to do with slowly and steady progress moving forward little by little, okay? So patience is important and also faith. Now with love, we have got the Magician. Wow, amazing energy, okay? Look, a magician with Athena could also be talking about maybe, by the way, I'm seeing a different message here, okay? For some of you guys, if you are dealing with a partner or maybe someone you're dating, I get a very strong feeling that this person you're dating is extremely professional and extremely smart. Maybe this person, I don't know, is a very savvy businessman, right? Maybe this person is a very, proficient in what they do. Maybe they're a lawyer, maybe they're a doctor, right? Or maybe they're somebody that's very successful. Let's put it this way, CEO, CFO, CTO, you know what I'm talking about. And because of this energy, sometimes you might feel that it's a little bit difficult to, how do I put this, to bring them to the domestic field because maybe they're hustling, bustling out there. Maybe they are doing a lot of their own things. Maybe they also need their freedom. And that's why you might feel like, oh, but, we're trying to be together, but you're prioritizing your career where you're doing all these kind of things. You're thinking about, how you want to be successful, blah, blah, blah. What about me, right? I'm waiting here for you to be together with you. And so this Athena and the Magician energy sitting together is not necessarily a bad thing, but it does tell you that you have to really understand that whether this type of career-oriented or this type of very, very, success-oriented person is the right one for you. Now, one more information I want to say is that with Athena and the Magician, if you are dealing with any legal stuff, such as a divorce or any sort of like separation, Magician and Athena also tells me that you are going to have a very, very professional help from a lawyer. Okay, things will go smoothly for you. At least it will go very, very fair for you with this kind of uh, intelligent energy, right? Sitting in the relationship and love. Now, if you're single and you say, okay, I'm single, there's no one I'm dealing with, what does that mean? Athena and the Magician sitting together is very much talking about the power that you will need to embrace within yourself. because Athena is professionalism, right? Is wisdom, is strength, and is leadership. And the magician is very much similar to that energy. So you will be able to attract someone like that, very independent, very successful, very intelligent, right? But at the same time, you also will need to, level up, on your side so that you two become a power couple. Very good. Now, today I'm gonna use Legends, Heroes, and Villains Oracle, which is gonna pull one more card to see what's the overall advice for you to go through this month smoothly and also joyfully. All right, so that we can avoid mistakes, we can avoid detours. Thank you so much, universe, for our pile number one. Earth signs, one card. Travel, Thomas. Wow. Thomas Cook, travel. This card has a lot to do with your sense of the world. It's very interesting that you actually have the world card sitting at the very beginning. I do think that for a lot of you guys, if you're feeling a little bit trapped, if you're feeling a little bit that things are slow, a little bit stagnant, and you're just twisting your thumbs where you are, this card is encouraging you to look forward. Physically, maybe this month, you are encouraged to travel, right? Travel the world, see some city, right? Go to see your friend, go to see your community, right? If you have a good friend or family overseas. Thomas with this energy, because it's ruled by Sagittarius, it also has a lot to do with things far away from you or, sort of like ahead of you, right? Figuratively speaking. So this could also be about you needing to focus less on the past, but more on the future, right? More about what you will be able to create and what kind of positive change you're going to bring into your life, right? Don't be tangled by your memories, but focus on what's going to happen for you positively in the future. Thank you so much. Pile number one, this is a very quick reading for all the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and also Taurus. If you like the reading, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon in the next reading session. Bye. Oh, pile number two. Thank you so much for joining your reading session. You have chosen this picture, the beautiful grape. Right? If you're resonated with this image, this is a reading for you, pile number B. First of all, we're going to pull one card from the major arcana. Let's see what sets the tone for you. All right, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo for the month of March. Thank you, universe. Oh, beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. This card is very, very auspicious when it comes to what the universe can bring to you instead of what you have to control. Okay, we're going to pull a little bit more cards to see the details, but I love this energy. Let fate bring what you deserve, right? Even though sometimes things can be a little bit unexpected, the Wheel of Fortune is actually ruled by the planet Jupiter. Luck, expansion, opportunities. Very, very good. Okay. We're going to pull four cards, your energy, your communication, your work, and your love and relationship. All right. Hercules. Pan. And for your work, Mars. And for your love life, we have got Persephone. All right. Pile B, okay? If you have chosen the grape. Hercules sitting in the first house is very much talking about you might be feeling that somehow you have to be the one toiling. You have to be the one doing everything, right? It's just challenge after challenge, right? You overcome this, the next one comes, right? And you never really get to take a break. At the end of the day, Hercules is the god of strength. So in a good way, this card is encouraging you to embrace your inner strength, the patience, but also remember that you don't need to get everything done now. Hercules had 12 labors, right? So it's not like you have to achieve everything or get everything you need within 24 hours. You can take as much time as you need to overcome your challenges and also at the same time to enjoy the sceneries around you. Hercules energy is not easy, to be honest, right? So this could be very much like your mental burden, or this could be about your psychological burden, right? That you feel on a daily basis. And maybe you have to take care of everyone else. Maybe you have to do a lot of things for other people. You have to do a lot of things to take care of your finance, right? And maybe your parents or whoever, that needs your help, that you have to go out there and do things for them, or sometimes even do things just for yourself. But one of the things I do want to say is that because you got the Wheel of Fortune next to that, remember, like what I said, Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, or the equivalent deity in Greek mythology, Zeus, is actually the father of Hercules, who was always looking after him from the sky. So when you have got Wheel of Fortune and the Hercules sitting together, I do feel like sometimes the challenges that you have is meant to be that way. It's not in a negative way, but sometimes the universe is saying that you need to be tested, right, through those things, and so that the good things will come to you later. With your communication and your interaction, you got a pen here. Sometimes this card could also be talking about you overthinking a lot. Power B, all right? You're thinking, right? Maybe thinking about the worst case scenario a lot. Maybe you're wondering or you are worrying about other people a lot. Pen energy needs you to calm down. For this group, I would highly recommend that maybe for some of you guys, you can, make sure that you're balancing, right? How much time you want to rest and how much time you want to push things forward. Because a lot of the guys are really fighters, I would say. You really fight for what you want. You really are trying your best to move forward with your life. So, I mean, hats off to you, right? I mean, part number B, life is definitely not easy. But because of this Hercules energy, which is all about solving problems, overcoming challenges, and you also have got a Pan energy. And remember, even though Pan sometimes represents your anxiety, but also he is the god of hedonism. He's a fun goat, right? Dancing, drinking, right? Being playful and having sex. And so this energy has a lot to do with you needing to relax, needing to remember how to have fun with your life. Now, with your work, you've got Mars, which is very good. Now, for those of you guys who are working, who have a job, who have a career, Mars energy could be talking about a very busy time during the months of March. You might have a lot of projects, activities, things to take care of. There's nothing wrong with that, but it could be a little bit more hectic than you think it will be. Okay, just let you know. Also, Mars energy has a lot to do with your motivation or what you need to do. So if you are not working, if you're looking for jobs, Power 2 or Power B, Mars tells you that you have to be really proactive in terms of chasing, asking, calling, right? If someone says, oh, I can, I might know an opportunity, maybe I'll tell you later. This card tells you that don't really wait for them to call you. You call them. You ask them what's happening, all right? Mars is about your motivation, the action you can take. Now, with your personal relationship, you got Persephone. Now, I have to say there's no way around it because Persephone does show some type of entanglement that you feel. I do think that if you're single, the Persephone could be about someone from the past you're missing or you're kind of still having a little bit feelings for. Now, if you are already with someone, this Persephone could also be saying that maybe there's something related your communication with your partner that is not very smooth. Maybe they're not really getting you or you're not really getting them. Or even if you have already communicated very clear, but somehow, it's just a little bit not smooth. We're going to get a little bit information about what this Persephone is related to the entanglement or related to this. It's almost like there's something that you have to wait or it's not really under your control, okay, with this Persephone energy. But let's get some tarot cards to clarify. All right, thank you, universe. Well, for some of you guys, this could even be about long distance. If you know what I mean, right? This could be about you like someone or you're with someone, but they're too far away from you. And that also makes you feel a little bit like out of your control, right? Case by case, right? Thank you, universe. 3 cards. Again, under Pan, communication, 10 of Cups. Oh, wow. Under career, you got Mars, and we have got the Moon. And under Persephone, relationship, we have got the 5 of Swords. So definitely relationship challenge, okay? One of the things I do feel for this group, right? Because you got Wheel of Fortune, there is a divine timing working, I think, okay? Either on the surface, it might seem like the timing is against you, but deep down, it's actually helping you. The 10 of Cups under the Pen tells you that everything will go smoothly at the end of the day. So release your anxiety. Don't worry too much. And also, I'm just really looking at this combination. Pen, Persephone, 5 of Swords, and 10 of Cups. This month's pile number 2, really be delicate when it comes to communication with your partner. Offer more compassion, offer more love, right? And communicate in an empathetic and compassionate manner. And that's what important. Don't fight, don't argue, right? Don't struggle with your partner. This is a time when we are really showing each other that I love you, right? It's a time when we tell each other that, no matter what kind of challenges or difficulties we're having, this is a time when I show you that I love you. And this is a time when I tell you that when I made that promise to you when we first got together, this is a proof of that. Now, if you're single, this could also be telling you that, okay, don't push things too hard, right? If you're dating someone, but somehow they're not really responding in the way that you want, they're not really doing the things you want them to do, don't push, right? Let things naturally pan out. Release your stress a little bit, I feel, specifically with Hercules. Now, with your work, you've got the moon under it. Now, the moon card with the Mars card, again, is saying that there could be something that you will want to push, or you will want to move forward. And one of the most important reason is because there's a sense of, something that is a little bit unclear, right? Because the moon is about uncertainty. Is it going to go my way? Is it going to happen, without any problem? But as an advice with the Mars energy, I do think that it's very, very important that, first of all, wait for the right timing to communicate the right message. Try not let your anxiety kind of like create a lot of the unnecessary fear. Specifically, this fear could be talking about a partnership. Now, when I say partnership, I mean, for example, maybe this could be about you are unsure about whether a client will sign a contract with you. You're unsure whether a client will make payment on time. You're unsure whether a company will call you, right? Something like that. Well, for example, if you're searching for a job. Okay. Now, with the moon, I do think that also with the Ten of Cups, because these two cards have a lot to do with the Pisces energy, I do think that eventually things will go your way. But and also this month is the month of Pisces anyway. So I do think that eventually things will pan out beautifully for you. But it's almost like maybe it could be a little bit delayed, or maybe there could be some kind of like twists and turns in terms of the communication, right? And so you might just have a little bit overthinking or anxious thoughts in you. But do what you need to do. The Mars tells you that you can take the action, right, to push for the result, right? You have already done everything you could. You have already communicated everything you're supposed to be. Then let it come to you. All right? Beautiful. Specifically, I just like the Wheel of Fortune at the very beginning for you because it just tells you that you're being looked after anyway. Okay? Eventually, the universe will make sure that you will get what you need. Okay, so one card from one card just jumped out. We're gonna take this one, right? I don't know why. So this is coming from my newly released Oracle deck, Legends, Heroes, and Villains Oracle. Let's see what's the final advice for group 2, okay, or group B. Yamaguchi Yoshiko, relationship. Beautiful. This card, again, coming back to the relation energy, has a lot to do with how you deal with people. Like what I said, yeah? Whether it's about your actual partner in life, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or this could even be about some kind of business relationship, right? Because Yamaguchi Yoshiko, her whole life was about building the right relationship between China and Japan. Both pre-Second World War and also post-Second World War. And so I do feel like this month, one of the most maybe difficult thing or challenge for you is about how to deal with people, right? A client, a boss, or maybe a life partner. But beyond that surface level, this is also telling you that be patient, show love, show your sense of integrity, and make sure that you are doing everything you can and wait for your partner to come to you. All right. Also, this month, just make sure that you're spending a lot of time doing your self-love, self-healing, and a little bit therapeutic work for yourself. Because you're going to do a lot with the Hercules energy. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of guys who are choosing this pile, like what I said, a lot of burden on your shoulder, right? But that's fine. Make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. And the Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, will make sure that things will work out for you. Thank you so much, Pile 2 or Pile B. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon in the next reading session. 谁呀？